find out about a couple of years ago that his health was failing. I know him to be a nice young man, a gentleman, and I know he's devoted to his family. Jimmy was saying about what is a mechanical engineer doing, publishing a paper, but I believe that whatever venture that Rick might have gone into, he really gave his heart and his soul to it. And all I can say is, I'm sure the Vanilla headline will carry on, will be carried on, especially by our young publisher now, Eric. And the impact of the Manila headline will be felt in the Filipino-American community long before, long after Rick is gone. But I think, and I truly believe, that Rick will not be forgotten even much, much longer than that time. He's a good man, we will miss him, and we give our condolences to his family and best of luck to our new editor. God bless you.
Okay.
My name is Mendel Chang. I'm a fraternity brother of Rick from the University of the Philippines. Although he finished school several years ahead of me, I had I was fortunate to know him better here in the Houston area. He was very helpful to me, and we became close over the past 15 years here in Houston. Before I go on, I'd like to read out some words that were sent to me by one of his closest fraternity brothers. His name is Mario Santos. He couldn't come here himself, so he asked me to read this for him. And also, I'd like to, on behalf of our fraternity, I would like to convey our deepest condolences to his family, especially for Ethel, his children, Emily, Michelle, Eric, Katie, Richie, the whole fraternity, as well as our sorority, sister sorority, has expressed so many, given so many messages of condolences. I don't know if you had a chance to read them, Eric. If it were possible for them to come here, there would be several hundred of them here today. He was truly one of the most prominent members of our fraternity, and he touched several generations of fraternity brothers. Okay, let me go ahead and says this message is from Mario Santos. Rick and I were very close since our days in Diliman. He was very active with the frat and was always ready to help, from rumbles to initiations and everywhere in between. After I graduated, he made sure I got a job at Engineering Equipment Incorporated in Makati. We found a way such that he would make a sales call from Baguio to Batangas, and I would do the product development side on the same trip. He drove a minivan that the rods would always try to lift and move sideways so that he could not get out from the driveway. The curfew hours during the martial law days did not stop us from our evening escapades. We would come home at 4 o'clock in the morning, only to get ready for work the very next day. We were young, and in our minds, we were immortal. I will always cherish all those memories. As I read the emails from our e-group, it really shows that you have touched a lot of people in a very positive way. You embody the true ideals of the Epsilon Chi fraternity. You are a true radiant, a brother, and a friend. You will truly be missed. Mar Santos. Well, that's the official letter. Now let me tell you the rest of the story. But go ahead. Anyone young enough to remember who's that announcer? Paul Harvey. Maybe you're all too young for that. But anyway, he always says the rest of the story. Now, from what I read, I'd like to add a few tidbits. Mar, in this letter, said that Rick was involved in a lot of rumbles and all that. Well, the story went that we got into a fight with another rival fraternity, and they organized a fight, and Rick was one of them who volunteered. And as you can see from the pictures, in his younger days, he was probably as slightly built as Eric, but he was brave. He went up to the other guy, and by the way, I didn't see it. They were just telling me that. Okay? And legend has it that he pumped the other guy into submission. The other guy was bigger than him, but he felt him, and so he was the Chuck Norris of our day. And of course, the number of opponents and the size of his opponents increased as we drank more beer. And in that letter also, Mar mentioned that they went enjoying stuff, until 4 o'clock in the morning. And of course, a lot of it was censored, and I cannot talk to you about it. We'll talk later if somebody wants to ask me about it. All right? Which is why I was so amused one time when I was at Rick's house, and we were doing karaoke. And would you believe one of the songs that he sang was of all the girls I loved before? But he dedicated to Ethel, so I guess you're the number one forever in his mind and his heart. And talk about Rick, he always, Jimmy had mentioned that before, that he had, as well as June, when I mentioned that Rick has a zest for life. In fact, Eric told me that the night that he suffered a heart attack, when he was admitted, he was still talking about going back to the Philippines, going to Florida. He was one stubborn guy. He will not give up, like the two gentlemen before me had said. He wants to do something, he will do it. Whether it be business or whatever, he will do it. Forget what the doctors say. And I remember one time also that we were dining at Gold River. And Rick has been in declining health, so he has some dietary restrictions. Well, the rest of us guys, we ordered this, and somebody ordered crispy pata. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. It's a nice dish. He ordered that, and I was looking at him, and what's going on here? And then the waitress asked him, "What else would you want, sir?" "I'll take Diet Coke." Well, at least he was trying to maintain his diet. But anyway, I'm just telling you stories to stress that Rick had a zest for life that few of us have. Sure, we're sad that he passed away at 61 years old. That's way too short for what a lot of people would think for life on earth. But I can say this, for his 61 years, Rick has put more into his life. He has fought more battles than we have. He started more businesses than we have. Helped a lot more people than most of us would have. So, let us not mourn too long about the passing of our dear friend Rick. Let us remember and celebrate his life. That we should count ourselves felt fortunate to have been touched by him. Thank you.